Okay, y'all. So Beyond the Gates, 82, 83, 84, and 85. I think they had missed 84 because it went from 83 to 80, 84. I don't know. 85. I don't know. But whatever. I think they missed the episode, but whatever. So what happened in these episodes? So Anita finally comes home. She's only home for a little while. Okay, because she's going back with her group to finish touring and stuff. But she only came home for a little bit or whatever. So what's going on is that Vernon and them is keeping everything from Anita. They're not telling Anita anything about what's going on with the guy that they was blackmailing them and stuff like that. They decided to keep it away from Anita so that she can just be happy and tour with her group and stuff like that. So while Anita was home, she had a chance to talk to each of her family while she was there. So she had a conversation with Danny. Danny told her that she was messing with Andre and stuff like that. Now, Anita didn't get upset about it or nothing like that, but she basically was saying, like, do you grown or whatever the case may be. Um, she thought that it was a good thing that she was, seeing somebody to try to get over Bill and put Bill behind her and stuff like that. So Anita was really supportive about it. I mean, at first she was just like Andre, but she ain't really like expressed that. But you can see that in her face, like, girl, you could have chose somebody else. But yeah. So then she had a conversation with Nicole, and Nicole and Danny is like not talking because Nicole was upset with Danny. So she had a conversation with Nicole, and she was basically telling Nicole, like, you don't have no reason to be upset with your sister. Like, y'all need to make up. You need to put that anger towards the people who you really pissed off at, because you ain't really pissed off with your sister and Andre for sleeping with each other. You pissed off with, everybody else who betrayed you, for real. So her and Danny end up making up. Nicole and Danny end up making up and talking about it or whatever the case may be. Now, Kat, okay, is now helping out Eva. Eva's working for their father, and she's doing Kat's whole position, running the HR department in his office. So he got Kat to help Eva learn the business and learn what to do and everything like that. So I guess they kind of bonded in that way. But shade was still thrown between them. Now Smitty is still getting digging into Malone's records and stuff like that, and now he's putting like two and two together and figuring out that Vernon is a part of it in some kind of way, and also Elon, okay, Jacob's father. So he goes to Jacob and try to tell Jacob about it, but Jacob is like, "Look, I'm side with my father on this. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I think that my father, I believe what my father is saying and stuff like that." But Malone comes and rushes Jacob out of there, like, they have other shit they got to do. But the whole time, he was just basically telling, run Smitty out of there, but he was telling Jacob after Smitty left, like, he's doing too much digging into my bank accounts and stuff like that. And then he had told Smitty about, um, somebody in his family who he was taking care of and spending money on and stuff like that for medical bills or whatever. That's what he was telling Jacob. But Smitty is still doing his digging. If he keep on doing digging, he gonna end up probably losing Martin or getting into some type of altercation with Martin. So Bill tries to pay the guy off who was coming after Martin or whatever, and he was supposed to have got out of town, but the guy didn't go out of town. He ended up running into Tariq, okay, at the park, and they playing chess and shit. He weaseling his way into Tariq's life. So Martin comes home and he sees that the guy is in the house playing chess with his son. So of course he pops off, and the guy end up leaving. He said his name is Kevin or something. I forgot what he said, introduced himself as, but he got up out of there or whatever the case may be. And then Martin linked up with him later and was like, "So what was that? Like, you running into my son and doing this with X, Y, and Z, blase, blase." And he like, yeah. He was like, "Well, you owe me money, and that money ain't hit my bank account and this and third, and I'm going to stay around until I get the money. So basically, he trying to get more money from Martin or whatever. He ain't going nowhere. So Martin goes to Bill and press up on Bill like, you said you handled that. You gave him the money so he can go. Why is he still around? Why is he playing chess with my son? Why is he playing games with us? Like that. Bill was like, he going to take care of it. He going to handle it or whatever. So um, Joey calls, he called Elon or he called Jacob's partner or whatever to try to get him to handle it and see what's going on because they lost track of the guy or whatever the case may be. But he's still around in the town terrorizing, okay, trying to tear Martin's family down. Now, Danny goes over to Haley and Bill's house, okay, to try to apologize or whatever the case may be, and she made them a pie. But they was just like so rude to her and stuff like that. And then basically she was just saying like, well, I don't really believe that you pregnant anyway. I was just coming over to make amends because everybody keep on saying I should be the bigger person, whatever the case may be, and blah, blah, blah. And so she was just basically like telling them like, I don't think that she pregnant, this, that, and that, blah, blah, blah. So the whole time Haley is just standing there like, yeah, well, she's just unhinged. She's lying. She's this, she's that. But that's the type of shit that Bill like about Danny. You feel me? But the whole time Haley is lying, saying that she pregnant and she really not. Like, I can't wait till that shit come out. So what else happened? Oh, so Andre and fucking Ashley goes on a date. Ashley invites Andre out on a date, okay, to the same place that Greg had fucking proposed to her ass at. And she denied the proposal. So as her and Andre going to the place on a date or whatever, here to go Greg and Shanice at the table. So they walked over there. Ashley say some words to Greg, some slick ass shit or whatever, because she see him over there with Shanice. And then the whole time while her and Andre is on the date, she talking about Greg, like talking about how, you know, she don't understand like how he could be out with her and how they could be at that same place and blase blase all that. But then they end up bonding and hitting it off. Like Andre, he got a thing for these fucking damsels. Like women in distress is his fucking thing. Like he is a real charmer. I really like him though. But yeah, it's gonna be a real problem once Danny finds out that he been seeing her. Okay, seeing Ashley, and what's Andre gonna do? Is he going not deal with Ashley and deal with Danny or what? Because he always liked the Ashley since the beginning, but he found out that Ashley had somebody. And I kind of knew that the show was like pivoting towards pushing Andre and Ashley together, but wow, like, wow. Anyway, so what else happened in these episodes? I think that's pretty much it. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it that happened in these episodes. Nothing too big or whatever. So yeah, y'all go ahead and like the video and let's talk about it.